Hi, my name is Jack. Um, I'm doing this as an outlet to let my thoughts flow away and don't go into oblivion, because there are some things I like to talk about, but I don't have the friends to do it. So I think this is a great way to work it out. So today I want to talk about hygiene. There's a lot of guys that I know that don't properly take good care of themselves and then they smell like shit. And I want to help those people. I want them to smell amazing. So it is a difficult process, but I'm here to help out. And we gotta start from the beginning. And the beginning that I see a lot of guys get wrong is about the shower, body shower and hair shower. When the guys buy hair shower and the body shower, they tend to think, yeah, I'm going to buy that 3-in-1 package and it does everything already and I just need to buy one and it's cheaper. In my country at least, it's not the cheapest thing to buy. And I'm going to elaborate on that because, for example, if you go to a shopping mall, and you want to buy this separated, so body shower and then hair shower, if you buy the cheapest one, this tends to go around like 1 liter for €1.20, alright? And then you buy the hair shower, 1 liter as well. It's like this one actually costs like €1.50, right? And you got 2 of them for 2 liters, pretty good. It will last you a long time. And then I see guys go and buy the 3-in-1, and if it's like Old Spice, they buy it for 1 liter, it's like €5, so it's more expensive. Or they buy those smaller ones for 250 ml, and it's like €3 to €2.50. So you're spending more to get less. And a common misconception, English is not my first language. A common misconception that I see a lot of guys doing is that they think the shower gel and the hair shower, they make you smell good. That's not their function, Their function is to make you not smell bad. They clean the bad smell, but they don't make you smell good. They make you smell neutral, And you might think, oh, but Axe, for example, it tells me, yeah, this is a dark temptation, chocolate smell. It makes you smell good. No, it makes you smell good, when you're taking the shower. Because when you get out of the shower, you smell clean. That's smelling neutral, that's the function of it. After 1 hour, the smell goes away, So if you're going to go and buy shower gels and hair gels, is to get rid of the bad smell. And buying those expensive ones just because of the smell, to then after like 30 minutes, 1 hour, it disappears, it's not worth it. So might as well get cheaper ones that do the job as well as the others, and you'll be fine. Because in this video you understand that the shower gels and the hair shower, it's not going to make you smell good. And now we're going to go to the next phase of it, because then what makes you smell good, And that, my friend, is 2 things. Perfumes and deodorants or anti-transpirants. Let's start with deodorants. A famous one that everybody must know is like Old Spice. I personally like to use it because they have a variety, you know, of smells, and most of them are very good. And the supermarket that I go for normally does a discount for like €3, and it's very nice. Now, another thing that most people don't know is what's the difference between deodorant and an anti-transparent. Anti-transparent, yeah, that's right. A deodorant masks the bad smell, it doesn't get rid of it. So when you're at work, in the gym or in a date, and if you start sweating, right, it doesn't remove the sweat, it makes so that if the person that's with you smells the sweat, it's going to smell the deodorant instead, and that's very nice. The anti-transparent uses aluminium, and the aluminium gets rid of the smell. How's that, you might be asking? It's very easy. It's basically the aluminium goes to the how do I say this? To the pores, you know, the pores from your armpits, and it closes off so sweat doesn't come out, you know. So you're not smelling sweat. You don't smell anything. It's pretty good. And normally they are better off for summer right now because there's a lot of heat. You're going to be get easily more, you know, sweat more, and antiperspirants are very good for that. And when you go to the store, they say deodorant or antiperspirant. So now you know the difference. One masks the smell, another one removes it. And there's also a combination of both. There's one that removes it completely, the sweat, and then puts a good smell on it. So there's that if you want both of them. And that's basically it. Some people don't like to use antiperspirants because there are some studies around that say that aluminium is bad for you and for your health. I have been using antiperspirants since like 13. I'm 21 years old now. I haven't had any problems, but if you are concerned about it, you can always use deodorants. But there is a problem with them. You know, for example, Old Spice, you cannot see it because, you know, I'm not close to the camera. But it says here, 24/7 fresh. They put like a lot of S's here and H's, fresh. Perfume quality scent. We are very good at making you smell fantastic. You know, it's false. It doesn't last 24/7. It lasts like 3 hours because it doesn't use aluminium, and aluminium makes it last a lot longer. This one doesn't have because it's a deodorant. It masks the smell, so it masks around 3 hours. At least that's my experience. Some people say 4 or 5, others say 1 or 2. For me, at least, it's like 3 hours. So what I would recommend, honestly, is that if you're a guy that sweats a lot, no matter if it's like winter, spring, summer, just use an anti-transpirant and you'll be fine. If you're a person like me that doesn't sweat a lot, but of course if it's summer, if it's a lot of heat, you're gonna sweat regardless. I would suggest that if you're concerned about aluminium, right, that winter, spring, and autumn you use deodorant because you're not gonna sweat a lot in those times. But in summer, use antiperspirant. Any antiperspirant will do. I honestly don't have any recommendations. All of them work perfectly fine. Deodorants. I'm in Europe, right? So we don't have much of a choice in terms of good deodorants, especially in terms of smells. Because when you buy a deodorant, you know, you want a specific smell, like a scent of fierce ocean, or smelling like bamboo if you want something more natural and whatnot. But yeah, I would recommend Old Spice. If you get for promotion like €2, it's good. You don't sweat a lot, and for 3 hours, you know, your armpits smell fine. They smell They smell like a captain. Arr! I smell like a captain! But good, because you know, in the 14th, 15th century, they did not smell that good, because you know, hygiene wasn't the best in those terrible times. You know? Sorry, I try to sound funny, but I'm terrible with jokes. Very bad. Anyways, so yeah, that's the armpit question. That's gonna give you a better smell than neutral. You know, you remove the bad smell with the shower gel and with shampoo gel. Yeah. So now you use the deodorant anti-transpirant, and you're giving you another layer. And then for finishing, you use perfumes. Now, I'm not gonna give you a very in-depth TED talk about perfumes, because there's a lot of videos out there that do an amazing job at that. I'll just give you the basics, you know, so you can start out. So the first thing you must know about perfumes is that every one of them has a different smell, and for every single human being on this planet, they smell it, they have a nose, and that nose smells things a little bit different, right? You might use a perfume and you might notice there's a little bit of bubble gum on it, and I think it smells like soap, you know? It happened. I had a friend of mine said to me that the perfume I used once smells like how do I say this in English? You know, sunscreen, yeah. It smells like sunscreen, and the perfume I was using was a body spray from Lush called Dirty, and it's very minty, you know. It smells like clean clothes, so I was a little bit surprised with that comment, you know. So what I recommend you doing, you know, in terms of perfumes, is for you to go to a perfume store and do not buy anything out of it. Perfume stores are known to make the prices very high than they really are, you know. And I want you to try and spend as less money as possible to smell good. Let me assure you, I am a 21-year-old university student. I just finished. I don't have any money. I do movies, you know. I'm from the art degree. We suck at having money, alright? So we're trying to make you guys spend little money, yeah? So, oh my god. I got derailed, you know, and now I don't remember what I was going to say. Wait a second. I can do it. I know what I'm going to say. Wait a second. Ah yeah, don't go to the perfume store to buy stuff from there. What you're going to do is grab some random perfume like Dior Sauvage, Bleu de Chanel, one of the Jean-Paul Gaultier perfumes. They are normally pretty good. And you're going to put on your wrist. Don't use the paper. The paper is like putting on clothes, and every perfume reacts differently to your body, you know, because your skin cells and whatnot, everyone has a different body, and the chemicals together might make you smell things that you might not like or you might like. You're testing out, so please always put in your wrist, you know. Go to a perfume store, you know, put different perfume on your wrists, and then just walk for a bit, you know. After 1 hour, smell it, you know. 30 to 30 minutes, smell it, because what most people don't know is the first smell that you smell it, you know, in the perfume, those are the top notes. What does that mean? Is that a perfume is made of the top notes, the middle notes, and the low notes, you know, and the base notes, they call it the base notes. And what tends to happen is, in the first few minutes, you're going to have the top notes, but then quickly you're going to get the middle notes, and those are the ones that are going to stay for a longer period of time. So you might like the middle notes, you might not like it, you don't know, you put it on a paper, then you bought the perfume, you have no idea, you know, it's a gamble, don't do that. But yeah, you're gonna walk with it, blah 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 blah. You walk for a few minutes, oh, I like the smell, I don't like the smell. Alright, so you put, for example, Dior Sauvage. It's a very good smell, you know. And then you go on the internet and you're going to find the price of it, and it's like 80 euros, 90 euros, it's very expensive. What are you gonna do? Let me give you the solution. That is Arabian perfumes. Now, my friends, Arabian perfumes, they were not very good like in 2013, they were shit. But recently they have made like perfect perfumes. I don't know what kind of machines they did, but it's like 90 to 85% the same thing. Maybe sometimes they make a twist or they make a one-to-one a dupe out of it, and it's pretty good. And the best part is that you're getting almost the same experience for way cheaper. Now, I'll give you guys an example in my case. So I did what you guys did. I went to the perfume store and I saw Jean Paul Gaultier Paradise Garden. I put it on my wrist and then walked for a bit, and it was very greenish. It smelled very green. I know this is weird, but I cannot explain it in a better way. It smelled green and then it smelled a lot like fig. And I liked the fig note, but I did not like the green. Then I went to the internet, okay, and I searched alternatives for the perfume. And there was Hawaii, Tropical, and other ones. And there was this one. This is called Cosmic Giardino. This one is like 80% Paradise Garden. It has the fig, but it removes the green notes. It focuses more on the fruity side of the perfume. And since I smelled the original, I knew that I did not like a lot of the green ones, the green notes. So I thought, okay, this is perfect for me. So I saw some reviews in terms of the projection, how much time do the people notice that you're using that perfume, and then how long it lasts on the skin, because the projection tends to become lower, right? To the point that people can only notice if they're very close to you. And that's not a bad thing, that's what you actually want, because a misconception that is a lot of people using. You probably already had that kid, you know, in high school that got a can of Axe and it was like dousing with it, and nobody could, you know, breathe because he thinks, oh, I'm going to put a lot and I'm going to smell very good. Now that's not the point. You want people to come to you. You know, you want people to smell you and think, oh, he smells very good, let me stay closer to him, you know. If you put those perfumes that smell, they have a crazy projection, and you put like 6 sprays on top of you, you open the door, everybody will know that you used the spray. You're not going to invite them closer, you're going to invite them out because, oh, the smell is so big, oh, I can't deal with it, help me, you know. You don't want that. So, yeah, go to a perfume store, see what kind of perfumes you like, and then see the alternatives. And you're going to spend like, at max, 50 euros. And then, just so you know, I spent 20 euros on this bad boy, and it smells fantastic. It smells great. I have another one because I tried Jean Paul Gaultier Ultramel. You know, it has a bubblegum, playful scent. I really like it. And then I bought a Latafia perfume called Rams. Quick fact, Rams means signature in Arabian, so it's like, Latafia is a brand of Arabian perfume, so it's like, the Latafia signature, pretty nice. And it was like 18 euros, and it smells fantastic. I don't know how other perfumes would smell, there's a lot of alternatives out there, but the one I smell, it smells very good for me. 18 euros, and it smells so close to the original. I mean, wow. So yeah, like 18 euros, 18 euros, 20 to 50. I would, me personally, I'm not going to spend more than 50 euros on perfumes because first, I don't have the money, and second, I think when you spend more than that, at least for me, it's kind of robbery. I mean, come on, more than 50 euros for perfume? Don't you think that's a little bit much for what you're buying? I don't know, it's just me, but yeah. When you have finally the perfume, you don't want to be that guy that sprays all over himself like, you know, the little kid in high school with the Axe deodorant, you know. So you must be, you probably be asking, oh, then tell me, my friend, how many sprays do I have to put and where? That's very simple. Different perfumes have different types of projections, you know. The sweeter ones tend to have a bigger projection, and the fresh ones that smells like fruit, they tend to be a little bit on the low down, you know. People don't notice it that far away. So I would recommend, at the bare minimum, for the beast mode perfumes, the very sweet ones, two sprays, one on the back of the ear and the other one on the other back of the ear, and that's enough. For the middle ones, the ones that are kind of sweet but not too sweet, then I would say four sprays, two on the one on the ear, another one on the other, right? Then one on the back of your neck and one on the chest. Do not put here close to the beard, because you know these perfumes have a lot of alcohol and it's not a nice feeling, let me tell you, especially if you've done shaving and then you put the alcohol on it. Don't do that. Put it on the chest. Put here on the chest, right? I don't know if you can see it right here. Yeah, on the chest. Yeah. At max, I would say 6 sprays, no more than that. If you put more than 6 sprays of the perfume and people are not catching, it's either a shitty perfume or fake, or you got scammed. Basically, it's not worth more than 6. So for those very low down perfumes, I would recommend you to do the 4 sprays like I said a little bit while ago. You know, one on the ear, one on the other, back, front. Those are 4. And then if you're on a t-shirt, if you're using a t-shirt, use the other 2 on the pulses, right? Because that's a lot of your bloodstream is passing a lot here in this part. So if you sweat a little bit, the perfume is going to be more noticeable. If you're not using a t-shirt like me, for example, I put it here on the wrist, because this is another part where if you start sweating a little, the perfume is going to be more projected. So on the wrists, if you're wearing like a shirt, if you're using a t-shirt, then on the... I just realized I don't know the word in English for this one. On the front part of the elbow. No, this is the elbow. This here is the elbow, so... You know, this part, you know? This part, yeah. You know it. Okay. So yeah, that's basically the part of perfumes. What else? Let me think a bit.
A few moments later.
Alright, I'm back. We're going to do a little backdrop because now I remember some things. And I think they're important to tell you. So we're going to go to the hair gel again, the hair shower? Yeah, hair gel. This right here, the hair gel that you use to clean your hair, you know. I need to tell you this, and it's very important that you guys know about it. Do not use it every single day, alright? You need to shower at least once per day, right? If you don't work out or stuff like that, you know. In general, you need to shower at least once and per day. And you cannot in any way, shape or form use the hair shower more than once. You gotta use it day yes, day now, day yes, day now. Why is that? because in the ingredients here, there's an ingredient called sulfate, you know, sodium lauryl sulfate, you know. And funny thing, this ingredient is the same ingredient that the toothpaste, you know, for the teeth uses to clean the bacteria. And the problem with that is that it does a very good job at cleaning. A very, very, very good job, to the point that it cleans the natural oils from your hair and it makes it very dry. And if you use it every single time that you shower, you're gonna make your hair lose its spark. And that's not very good, trust me. You need your hair perfect. Because who doesn't like perfect? Who doesn't like perfect? Come on. Yeah, but it's not very healthy to always use this every single time. So I recommend you, if you're broke, to use day yes, day no, and in the day that you do not use the hair gel, just put on water and you'll be fine. If you want to spend like 2 euros, there's the hair conditioning that makes your hair more hydrated. That's the word? Hydrated? Hydrated, yeah, more hydrated. And so I would say that if you want your hair in pristine conditions, to in the first day use the hair gel to clean, and then in the second day that you shower, instead of using this, you use the hair conditioner to hydrate your hair and be in pristine conditions. If you don't have it, you don't need this. This is like an extra, you know. You don't really need it. You're fine without it, trust me. I've been living for 21 years and only recently I bought this and my hair is fine, okay? Don't worry about it, you don't need it. Don't fall for the FOMO, you know? Fear of missing out. That's like terrible. Especially for your wallet. Especially for your wallet. Yeah. So that's it for the hair. For the armpits, you know, the deodorant, I would advise you guys that are very have a lot of hair, you know, like bears. I, for example, you might not see it here in the video, but I have tons of hair, especially in the armpits, and it's not good to have hair in your armpits, and I'm going to explain it. It's not a question of, oh, I like it, I don't know. If you have a lot of hair in the armpits, that's where you sweat a lot, you know. And if you have a lot of hair, that's going to be all moisty and it's going to smell bad and it's going to make it worse. So I would recommend to shave it off, you know, and that's going to do 2 things. The first is there's no hair to moisturize, to make it moisty. So it's not going to smell that bad if you don't use a deodorant. And if you use a deodorant, it's going to be more efficient, because if you apply one and you have a lot of hair, what's going to happen is that the deodorant is going to apply to that layer of hair and not to the skin, and because of that it's not going to do a very good job. So I would recommend you to shave that part. The pube area as well, that's another one. I don't put deodorant on it, and I wouldn't recommend you to put on it, because sometimes they put alcohol and whatnot, so it's not going to be nice. But I recommend at least to trim it down so it doesn't have the same problem, because you know, we are guys, we know, when it's hot, it tends to get a little sweaty down there, and if you have a lot of hair, then it's going to be worse. So trim it or shave it completely off. It's going to be better. Trust me, I know. I still remember the first time I shaved. I felt like a sheep without the wool. I felt naked for like 1 or 2 days, but then it just got better. What else? Oh yeah, and this is going to sound a little bit strange, but the same thing applies to your butt hair. I'm not joking. Like, some people say, oh, if you like cut your butt hair, it's gay, it's gay. they're stupid, all right? It's not about being gay or not, you know? It's about you're taking a shit, okay? And when it falls off, you know, because you have the hair down there, some of the shit, it's going to stay. And then you use the toilet paper, you take it off, but then there's some parts of it, you know, that it doesn't want because it's tied up to the hair, so you gotta like push it. It's not very good, let me tell you, it's not very comforting. I think you guys know that. Not very nice. But if you shave it off with a machine, you know, the shit goes down, you use the toilet paper, and after 3-4 swipes, it's done. And you don't need to worry about it. Let me tell you, when I did that, it was amazing. It was the best feeling of the world, because trying to take it off and the thing is tied up in the hair, you probably imagine it right now, it's not nice. I know, it's disgusting. Don't. The people that say, oh, it's gay, no, they're stupid, alright? They don't know what they're talking about. They're projecting their insecurities towards you and towards your hygiene. That's not nice, alright? So, yeah, do that. Shave those parts. In terms of the rest, you can do whatever you want. Besides the butt hair, the pubes and the armpit, the rest is all stylistic choice. I personally like to keep a little bit of hair because I like to use these shirts a lot. What I tend to do is take 1 or 2 buttons off just to show it a little bit, because in the words of my gay friend, I'm just lucky like that. I'm just like that. Yeah. I'm questioning my choice of words right now, if you cannot see it. Yeah. And yeah, that's about it. I think if you do that, by the way, I'm not a professional in the area, I'm just a guy that cares a little bit about the hygiene. And I'm just saying this towards you guys because, you know, I rarely find a situation where I can talk about this and people listen, because, you know, there's a social situation to talk about stuff like this, and you cannot just go in and be like, hey guys, do you want to hear about hygiene and do a fucking TED talk, you know? This is why YouTube and social media in general, it's very good, because then you can just, you know, talk all of this crap towards the screen, and it's bound to happen that one or two, or one individual or another, is going to care about it and be like, oh yeah, this is nice, this is good. And you'll be feeling nice because you have like an outlet to speak, you know, to share your wisdom, feelings, thoughts and whatnot, and nobody's going to judge you because this is all digital, man. It's a screen, you can do whatever the hell you want, you know? It's cool. So yeah, I think that's about it. If you do what I say, you're 99%, I'm 99% sure that you're going to smell a lot better than you do now. The rest of the things, of course there are other things like, for example, sunscreen. That's very important as well. You might not think about that, but let me assure you, I've seen like an image. If when I'm editing this, if I remember, I'll show you the image. But like, I saw an image of 2 twins, right? And one is a truck driver and whatnot, and the other is does, I don't remember, but does something as well. And the truck driver, she always gets the sun on her face, and then you see the difference because they're the same age, right? And you see that the skin of the truck driver is so much older, because the sun makes the skin drier and then it makes it look old. But if you use the sunscreen, you know, especially now in the summer, because the sun is very hot, very hot, especially in Britain. I've seen the news on Britain, and the guys are like, yeah, we got finally sun, mate, we got sun, and we're fucking getting cooked alive. Ah, shite. By the way, if there's a British guy, seeing this, I'm just joking. Don't take it seriously, please. Don't cancel me. Yeah. use sunscreen, at least in the summer. I'm not gonna tell you, yeah, you always need to use sunscreen every single day. I don't think there is no need for that. Just use in the summer, because the summer is when the sun is more strong and it dries more of your skin. There are other people that say, wow, I was going to finish off the video, now the things are going in my head, it's terrible, you know. But no pressure, no pressure, it's my video, I can do whatever I want. About hydrating, you know, skin hydrating, you know. I don't think you need that, personally, unless your skin is very, very dry. For example, my body skin, it's normal. My face skin, the skin of my face, it's very, very dry. To the point that I was making my shark movie once, and there was a part in that movie where I receive a knuckle in my face, and because of that, you know, I get my face gets all swollen up, you know, gets all dark and whatnot. And I was in my makeup artist house, and she was applying the makeup, and it wouldn't stick because my skin was so dry. She was like, oh, your skin is so dry, you know. So she grabs her hydrant to the face, you know, and she puts on me, and she just starts complaining. You'll be like, I still have to use it just so this sticks up, blah blah blah, you need to buy one for yourself. I bought it, normally I put it daily on my skin, and it really makes it more smooth, it's very nice. But if you have like normal skin, you don't need it. Honestly, if you want to look young, just don't smoke, don't drink a lot. I personally drink sometimes, but not a lot, you know. That's subjective, I know. Trust me, I don't drink a lot, just in special occasions with friends. But if you use sunscreen in the summer, I think you're gonna, and if you don't smoke, you'll be fine. You'll be like turkeys, and maybe they'll think, oh, you're 25, 24. You'll be fine, don't worry about it. But yeah, that's about it for today. Thank you for hearing me yapping, you know, about hygiene. It's very fun to do this experience. I don't normally do this, you know. This is not the first time I was in camera, you know. I am an actor, but you know, not in this way. This way it's more personal, if you get what I mean. More real, I guess, more raw. But yeah, I guess. So yeah, that's about it for today. Thank you for hearing me talk, and stay positive. Like an atom. I'm so funny. Have a good day.